You know, I've spent over a decade teaching finance, talking to entrepreneurs, investors, and everyday people trying to make their way toward financial freedom. And after all those conversations, one question keeps coming back again and again. Am I on the right track? It doesn't matter whether the person is a banker making six figures, a freelancer juggling side gigs, or someone just trying to get out of debt. The fear is the same. What if I'm working hard, but I'm never actually free? So today, let's do something different. Instead of vague motivational talk, I want to break down 3 hidden habits that quietly keep people broke in 2025. I've seen them play out again and again, and if you recognize yourself in even one of them, don't panic. I'll also show you what to do to escape. So let's dive in. Habit number 1, not defining financial freedom for yourself. Let me start with a story. A few years back, I met a guy. We'll call him David. David worked in tech, earned around $180,000 a year, drove a Tesla, lived in a modern apartment. On paper, he looked like he was killing it. But when we sat down and talked about his finances, he had almost no savings. Every month was maxed out with rent, dinners, subscriptions, and the latest thing. When I asked him what financial freedom looked like to him, he said, I don't know, maybe being rich? And that's the trap. In 2025, we're surrounded by social media influencers showing off yachts in Dubai or luxury shopping halls. And subconsciously, we start equating freedom with millions. But here's the truth. Financial freedom is deeply personal. For me, back in my early days, financial freedom didn't mean a mansion. It meant having enough cash flow to cover rent, groceries, and utilities, so I could choose meaningful work instead of being chained to a paycheck I hated. That was my definition. For you, it might be paying off your mortgage early, funding your kids' college education without loans, or maybe just having the flexibility to take Fridays off and spend them with family. Here's why it matters. Without a target, you're basically running a race without a finish line. You'll keep upgrading, keep chasing, but never feel free. And psychology backs this up. Studies from Harvard Business Review in 2024 found that people who wrote down a clear, personal financial vision were 42% more likely to stick to a wealth-building plan than those who didn't. So practical exercise. Tonight, grab a notebook and write down your perfect ordinary day if money wasn't an issue. Where do you wake up? Who's around you? What do you spend time on? That clarity will guide every financial choice you make moving forward. Habit number 2, playing it too safe with money. Now let's talk about the second hidden habit, staying stuck in the middle zone. Here's what I mean. Most people in 2025 know the basics. Earn money, save some of it, don't spend more than you make. But then they stop there. They pile up cash in a savings account, maybe earning 1.5% interest, while inflation in 2025 is averaging around 3.2% globally. That means every single year, their money is losing power. This safety mindset is actually the riskiest move. Let me give you a real example. If you had saved $10,000 in a regular bank account back in 2015, by today, 2025, inflation would have eroded its buying power by around 25%. What used to buy you a decent used car might now only get you a scooter. So what's the way out? Mastering 4 simple money skills. 1. Earn more than you need. It sounds obvious, right? But here's the catch. Most people in 2025 stop increasing their value once they hit comfortable. In 2025, with AI reshaping industries, your skills can become outdated fast. Whether you're an accountant, designer, or teacher, the ones earning more aren't necessarily working harder, they're the ones adapting quicker. Think about this. LinkedIn's 2025 skills report shows that people who learned one new high-demand skill each year increased their average income by 18% within 24 months. 2. Save, but intentionally. This doesn't mean hoard every dollar. It means automate. Set up a direct transfer the moment your paycheck hits. 20% goes to savings or investments before you even touch it. That way, your lifestyle doesn't automatically expand with your income. 3. Invest wisely. This is the game changer. Whether it's index funds, ETFs, or real estate, the goal is simple: grow faster than inflation. Let's put it in numbers. If you invest $500 a month into the S&P 500 index fund, historically averaging about 10% annually, in 20 years, you'd have over $360,000. That's the difference between being comfortable and actually free. And by the way, in 2025, the average American credit card debt just crossed $7,200 per household. If you're paying 22% interest on that, but leaving your savings to earn 1%, you're literally moving backwards every month. And 4, spend smart. And here's the most overlooked part. Financial freedom doesn't mean being a miser. It means spending intentionally. Buy the $5 coffee if it sparks joy, but don't throw $500 every month at random subscriptions you forgot about. The real secret? The happiest wealthy people aren't the ones who spent less. They're the ones who spent on things aligned with their values. Habit number 3, waiting for the perfect time. This one might sting. We've all said it. I'll start investing when the market stabilizes. I'll launch that side hustle when work slows down. I'll ask for a raise once I feel ready. Guess what? That perfect time never comes. Let me tell you about Sarah, a nurse I coached last year. She'd been talking about starting a small online business selling health supplements. For 3 years, she kept waiting for more savings, for more time, for the market to be right. Finally, she just jumped in with $2,000, launched on Etsy, and within 12 months, she was making $4,500 a month on the side. She told me the hardest part wasn't the business. It was convincing myself to start. And research backs this up. According to a 2025 Statista survey, 68% of people said they wanted to invest or start a business but hadn't, mostly because they were waiting for the right time. Meanwhile, the people who actually did it, they weren't necessarily smarter. They just took messy, imperfect action. Here's the truth. The stock market will always feel uncertain. You will never have unlimited time. You'll never feel 100% confident. But every year you wait, you lose the most valuable resource of all, time in the market. If you had invested just $200 a month in the NASDAQ back in 2010, by 2025, you'd have over $130,000 today. But wait even 5 years, and you'd have less than half of that. So the difference between people who build wealth and those who don't isn't knowledge, it's action. So, to wrap this up, here are the 3 hidden habits keeping people broke in 2025. Not defining financial freedom for yourself, playing it too safe and getting stuck in the middle zone, waiting endlessly for the perfect time to act. If you take just one thing from this video, let it be this: imperfect action beats perfect planning every single time. So here's your challenge. Right after this video, do one small thing. Write down your personal definition of freedom. Open a free brokerage account and invest even $50. Or cancel that $20 subscription you don't use and redirect it into savings. Because financial freedom isn't a dream. It's a series of small, consistent, intentional actions. And the sooner you start, the sooner your future self will thank you. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you clarity, hit that like button, subscribe, because I've got more step-by-step guides coming your way. See you in the next one.